This is 90.3.
This is Mere FM.
Buy it, chart it, write it. 1990.
Were you listening? Were you listening? DJ Daly, thank you very much to him for doing between 6 and 7 p.m. on this Thursday evening. Where are we at? We're Thursday evening. I've forgotten what day of the week it is. No, I haven't. I've forgotten what date it is, though. Hang on, I click over here and it tells me what date it is. It is the 6th of August, 2020. Isn't it bad when you have to rely on clicking on something to find out what date it is? It tells you we're right now still stuck in the middle of COVID. But you know what? There are far worse things in the world, believe it or not. And there's some far, far better things as well. The next hour or so, the Electric Wave Live, I've got music from 1979 to 2020, and every single one of them is just absolutely fabulous. Starting with this.
There's a man outside in a long coat grey hat, smoking a cigarette.
You're listening to Rob Garvey's The Electric Wave on Near FM 90.3. Hashtag The Electric Wave.
Welcome everybody. Get onto Twitch. We're live on Twitch right now. That was the wonderful Gary Newman and Tubeway Army, 1979, kicking us off this evening. This is from about 10 years ago at this stage, actually slightly more. This is Alison and Oki. We're on Twitch. Look up The Electric Wave on Twitch and say hello there. You know what, I don't think there's any other radio station in the world where you get to hear that, especially on a Thursday evening at 7:10. That is Alison from a couple of years ago. I looked it up, 2008, from an album, a one-off album they did. The track was called OK. This is wonderful. This is The Sound of Arrows. If you've never heard The Sound of Arrows before, go and check them out after the show. The Sound of Arrows. This is the track they did that wasn't good enough for the album. Have a listen. Oh, hi to Brian. Hi to Brian as well. Hi to Emily. And those of you that are on Twitch, look up twitch.tv, The Electric Wave. You'll find us there.
It's near FM 90.3. It's somewhere between 7 and 8 p.m. And you're listening to Rob Garvey's The Electric Wave. Hashtag The Electric Wave.
We're a million miles apart in 1,000 ways. Baby, you can light up the dark like a solar escape. And I can almost feel you coming and your heartbeat race. So I want somebody, something in the choice we make. Something, tell me how you feel. Oh, we all got wanderlust in the darkest place. So we go in with our hearts, yes, all the rage. Oh, we're just trying to find ourselves in the stories we share. Baby, in an endless summer, we can find our way. Tell me how you feel. 'Cause love is love, it never ends. Can we all be as one again? 'Cause love is love, it never ends. Can we all be as one again? 'Cause love is love, it never ends. Can we all be as one again? 'Cause love is love, it never ends. Can we all be as one again? 'Cause love is love, it never ends. Can we all be as one again? 'Cause love is love, it never ends. Can we all be as one again? 'Cause love is love, it never ends. Can we all be as one again?
Yes, she is back. That is the wonderful Kylie Minogue. Who else would you call wonderful? And honestly, it is absolutely great. That is the wonderful Kylie Minogue. Because you can't say Kylie without saying wonderful Kylie Minogue. The track is called Say Something. She's given up the cowboy hats and she's gone back to doing what she does best, which is making great pop music. I'm playing this especially for Kieran Daly. I think it's Kieran Daly, isn't it? Asked me to play this last week. Playing it especially for you. Here's Pet Shop Boys, Hit Music.
Hit music.
I've never actually played that on the show before, so thank you very much to Kieran Daly. I'm saying his surname because there's loads of Kierans listening to the show for some reason. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because we're in Ireland, that could be it. But thanks very much for suggesting that last week. That is the magnificent Pet Shop Boys from the album Actually. And if you haven't listened to Actually recently, you know what I mean. The album is called Actually, and that's why they call it that, just to confuse people. If you haven't listened to it in a long time, do yourself a favour, stick it on someday when you're out driving, put it on Spotify, because that's what everybody does nowadays, and have a listen to the complete album from start to finish. It is absolutely actually fantastic. This is going to sort of calm it down a little bit before 7:30. After 7:30, we've got the Irish Electric tonight. Trust me, if you like the music I play on the show, you will love the 2 brand new Irish tracks I've got for you after 7:30. Hi again to Brian. Brian said he's watching the snooker and listening to the Electric Wave. Just be very careful of that because well, let's not say anything about it. This is brilliant. This is a cover version. Up in many covers on the show, and I am talking over it on purpose because it kicks in a second. This is the wonderful Indiana. You know her from Solo Dancing. Great song. This is her version of George Michael's Careless Whisper. Absolutely 100% magnificent. That is the wonderful Indiana Careless Whisper, and if you don't know who Indiana is, look up Solo Dancing. It is just as good as that, except for it's an original song. Right, I'm going to be back in 2 minutes. We're bang on time this evening. I have got, honestly, the best half hour ever of the Electric Wave after 7:30.
Across Northeast Dublin.
90.3.
This is Near FM.
Social Fabric, Monday 4:30 p.m. on Near FM 90.3. Conversation with guests about their jobs, their passion, and how they interact and contribute to the community. With music chosen by our guests, we explore how some songs have lasting positive impact on them. Join us on Monday 4:30 p.m. on Near FM 90.3.
Sometimes you might forget, but every one of us is still at risk from COVID-19. But every time we do the right thing, we're protecting ourselves and the people around us. So next time you meet up, just take a step back. Let's all keep cleaning those hands and wear a face covering when you're shopping or on public transport. If you cough or sneeze, cover it or have a tissue handy. And download the COVID Tracker app to be one in more than a million. Because COVID-19 is still a problem, and we're all the answer. From the HSE.
Is é ar bhain na mucha anam an chláir oscuil a chreaalta ar Near FM ag a leithanaí cú go dtí séadlóg ón leon go dtí an aine, agus bíon acrail ag a néadlóg an bhaidín dar gion. Ba bhaidlíonn cuir a thuirt do láirthirí agus a dhaoine eile obair a dhéanamh ar an gláir goig a seo a rinne seachtaine. Mas mín leat a bheith gobla go John. Ní a náid.
Did you know that Near Media Co-op does not receive core state funding? Friends of Near gives friends and supporters the chance to actively support this community media work. Simply go online, look for near.ie/friends or phone Eve in the office at 01 867 1190. In fact, for less than 2 cups of coffee a month, your donation will support Near FM. So thank you, and thanks to the Friends of Near.
Across Northeast Dublin, your voice here. FM.
You're listening to Rob Garvey's The Electric Wave on Near FM 90.3. Get in touch on Twitter or Facebook at #The Electric Wave.
You know, that's a bit of a weird one. I think that was originally recorded as one of them sort of backing tracks. They do a lot of backing tracks, but I just love how it sounds. And I wasn't going to play it on the show. I had it sort of queued up to play it a couple of weeks ago, and then I was coming in this evening and putting the show together yesterday evening, and it was going to be really hot out. And I said, you know what? I'm going to play it. Sunset Exotic is the name of the band. I don't even know if it's a band, if it's sort of a group of people who just sort of got together and made some money out of making some music. Anyway, the track is called Blood Orange, and I just think it's really, really summery, and I played it. And it's so summery because it's absolutely roasting in the studio right now. We got a big fan in front of me here, sort of cooling us down, keeping the temperature normal. But it is roasting, and it's going to be one hell of a weekend out there as well. If you are out about this weekend in Ireland, enjoy it. The weather's to be fantastic. You can say you heard it here first. One more track, then we go to Irish Electric. This is wonderful. I haven't played it in 2 years on the show. Sometimes I need to sort of pull myself back from the music. I was just so much into that. I apologise if you're on YouTube or you're on Twitch live right now and you saw me doing a bit of dad dancing, is it called that now? Yeah, I suppose it is. Anyway, that sort of thing. Just get into it. I love that track. Sebastian and Meyer Hawthorne from 10 years ago. I cannot believe that's 10 years ago. I looked it up. 10 years ago. Written in 2010, released 2011. So 10 years ago. Love and Motion's the name of the track. Right, I'm going to do this for you. This is the time, my favourite part of the show every single week. And tonight, I guarantee you will love both tracks I got for you tonight. This show is called Electric Wave because we sort of started off with early synths and electronics, early days of Kraftwerk, Jean-Michel Jarre, Telex, people like that way back. And then we came up bang up to date. We got stuff from in Ireland with loads of stuff like Galaxy were there. They disbanded last year, unfortunately, but there's some more great acts still going on in Ireland today, and you don't hear them on mainstream radio. I don't know, I can't explain it. You don't. But you do hear them here on Near FM, and you hear them definitely on the Electric Wave. And actually, speaking of Irish stuff, after 8 o'clock this evening, Ed is on to Near FM Sessions. He's got an interview and some live music for you after 8:30 this evening. Well, it's not live in studio, they did a pre-record during the week, but live music after 8 o'clock. So if you like a good old, like brand new Irish music, listen after 8 o'clock this evening, Ed on the Near FM Sessions. This lady I'm playing for you first this evening should be an absolute megastar, so we need to do well to sort of to encourage her here in Ireland. She is fantastic. fantastic. Every single track she makes, it's original, it's different, the construction is great. You know what? I'm going to shut up, but I'm just going to play it for you. Here's track 1 on the Irish Electric tonight. This is the wonderful Elaine May. This is a brand new track, came out a couple of weeks ago during COVID. I'm only catching up now with the whole COVID thing. This is called Somewhere Else. Elaine May, track 1 on the Irish Electric.
Hey, this is the Irish Electric on Rob Garvey's The Electric Wave. Hashtag The Electric Wave.
Everything I feel, well, it breaks me wide open. Everything I know, well, it changes each day. Everything I do, well, I feel so unsure of, wishing it away. Wishing it away. Wishing it away.
Hey, this is the Irish Electric on Rob Garvey's The Electric Wave. Hashtag The Electric Wave.
Doing alright. Yeah, I was fucked, but was fine. Hands down by my side. When you walk across the room, bathed in light, touch my thigh and your side. That's when you whisper, you've got the right
we can't let that happen. I can't let that happen. That is the Irish Electric this evening. It is just fantastic. Both tracks. Track 1, Elaine made. A track was called Somewhere Else. I believe she's a brand new track out. Thanks very much to Emily on Twitch for letting me know. She's got a new track called Enniscrone in Mayo. Obviously in Mayo, because that's where Enniscrone is. And we're going to check that one out as well during the week. And if that's sort of suitable for the electric wave, and it probably will be, we'll play that as well. And then track 2 was the wonderful, wonderful sounds of let me get this name right here now. Cynthia Nixon, as in Cynthia Synthia, like synths. And they are, I think they're Dublin based, Irish lads. Dublin based, Cynthia Nixon. The track is called Shelter in Place, and that was track 2 on the Irish Electric. And if you want to check out all the Irish Electric tracks, go on to Spotify, look up The Irish Electric, and you will find all of the Irish Electric tracks that we've ever played on the show, all put together there, and I keep adding them on every single week. They are great. Right, what have we got? Yeah, we get time for one more squeeze in before we get the last one in. I'm going to play for you now. This is brand new. This is the brand new track with Robin on vocals, SG Lewis producing, writing, sounding it, that sort of thing. And then I'm going to get this wrong. It's a Channel Trey. I think it's called Channel Trey. SG Lewis, Channel Trey, and the wonderful Robin on vocals. This is brand new. It was only released yesterday evening, very, very late yesterday evening. I don't think it's even been played on Irish radio yet. So this could be the first play for the wonderful Robin on vocals, and if it's got Robin on it, it's going to be top. Have a listen to this, and then we've got the COVID closure to wrap it all up later on.
I felt your impact. Eyes closed while I ride the wave. You love it. I'm in the haze. 30,000 feet, no sleep. I've been trapping for days. Shit, yeah. Your impact still won't help. I probably should have tried that. Last shit just fails. I had to talk to God. Shit. What I do gon' make my bed. So I pillow while I let my head. You know, I put my guard up on you. Girl, you better quit. I put my guard up on you. Hit you with the stiff. Put my guard up on you. You know that I'm the shit. Still drink all up on me. You know I'm with the shit. I put my guard up on you. Girl, you better quit. I put my guard up on you. Hit you with the stiff. I put my guard up on you. You know I'm with the shit. Still drink all up on me. Girl, you better quit.
that doesn't make you want to get up and dance, I don't know what will. I just love that. We do have a great sound system here in studio, and you need a good sound system to listen to a lot of stuff that Robin does. That is her on vocals. That isn't actually a new track from her. She's doing the vocals over it. It's S.G. Lewis and Channel Trey. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, but apologies. And that is Robin, the wonderful Robin. Someday she will come to Ireland. If she does, make sure you go to that gig. And you can tell her I said so, right? Okay, that's nearly time for me to get out of here. Ed is up next. He's got a live interview with Dowry, and she's going to be playing some music as well, all recorded during the week, and he's got it all put together. It's going to sound fantastic. It's nearly time for me to go. Thank you to everybody who got in contact this evening. Loads and loads and loads and loads of people. To Andy, to Dave, to Herman, to Brian, to M, to Banya and Agents of Rhythm. Actually, we played them last week on the Irish Electric. They got in contact to say thanks very much for doing that. You're very, very welcome, lads. We added them as well tonight to the Elaine May and Cynthia Nixon. They're all going on the Irish Electric. Look up the Spotify playlist, The Irish Electric. Click on follow. Do me a favour, click on follow, share, and all that type of thing that you need to do. I'm playing this to finish off this evening. This would be the weekend that we should be having the Beatyard Festival. Now, Beatyard Festival was in a little bit of shaky ground last year because we were going to do something else out in Dunleary, but it didn't actually happen this year anyway because of COVID. But I went to every single one. I was just looking back on my timeline on Facebook there during the week, and I see I was at every single one of them. But you know what? This was the highlight for me 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago? Was it last year? No, it was 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I think. I just love this. You know, I remember this song very, very well. I'm Ancient, let's be honest about it. When this got released originally, before it became mainstream, it was released on a beautiful sleeve, and I remember the actual sleeve of it. Very, very geeky, but I remember clearly, and I remember playing it in my bedroom, my mother telling me to turn that down. Yeah, isn't that just really typical? Anyway, so I'm going to wrap up with this evening. This is the COVID closer. We've been doing it for a couple of weeks. Basically, I have to get out of here, clean the place up before Ed comes in, do a whole detox on it. So we get about a 10-minute track to wrap up the show this evening. This is actually 12 minutes long, so Ed will probably cut it short, but that's fair enough. But I'm going to play it for you anyway. Here's the wonderful, wonderful Orbital. This is Chime. Thank you very much for listening to The Electric Wave. My name is Rob Garvey. We're here every week between 7 and 8 p.m. And if you feel like getting me during the week, get me on Instagram, get me on Twitter, on Facebook, on TikTok. I haven't done it on TikTok in a while, but we'll have to do something fairly soon. On Facebook, I said that, you know, all the social media stuff. Thanks very much. I'll see you back here next week between 7 and 8. Remember, mixcloud.com/The Electric Wave. You can listen back there from probably Saturday-ish. See you next week.